Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land. I'm Raylene Marks, your host, and let's take a look at today's top story. With only 8 days left for whoever wants to form a government left to form a government, it looks like we do have some kind of movement in a positive direction. It is rumoured that Benny Gantz, the leader of Kahol Velevan, the blue and white, and his Likud counterpart, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, will be meeting in Tel Aviv later today. Hopefully something concrete will come out of these discussions and Israel can move forward with a working government. Otherwise, we are going to have to head back to the polls, and a provisional date of the 25th of February next year has been given as a provisional date should that need to happen. But this is the land of miracles, and hopefully we will have something concrete today. Israel is extremely proud of our record when it comes to humanitarian assistance, and the IDF announced earlier today that they will be dispatching a team of 10 troops and several reservists to Albania. The Balkan state was hit by an earthquake last month which cost 51 people their lives. And the IDF troops that have been dispatched will be assisting the authorities in Albania with assessing whether or not buildings are still structurally sound and that people can inhabit them. Israel's record with humanitarian assistance is something that we are extremely proud of. In fact, we punch far above our weight when it comes to being one of the first, and in many cases the first on the ground, to assist countries, some of which we don't have diplomatic relations with, whenever disaster strikes, be it natural causes or something else. And once again, we applaud the IDF for their ability to mobilize and send help very quickly. And this has been noted by the United Nations, who has lauded Israel for our ability to respond in crisis. If you're wondering if it is a coincidence that I'm wearing Irish green, well, it is a coincidence, but also the Irish Foreign Minister Simon Coveney is in Israel. He met with members of the government, including Prime Minister Netanyahu, earlier today, and he stressed Ireland's backing of a two-state solution, but also said that new thinking needs to be had around issues of peace, and admitted that the reality on the ground has changed significantly since the Oslo peace accords. And he also said that Dublin is committed to ensuring that the criminalisation, oh, what a big word, of goods from the settlements coming into Ireland would not pass through the Parliament. So very nice to have the support of the Irish, or could we call it the luck of the Irish, right here in the nation's capital, Jerusalem. And finally, speaking of bilateral relations, Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump, in a conversation yesterday, discussed the possibility of a US-Israel defense pact. However, this has faced some criticism from Benny Gantz, who was the former IDF Chief of Staff, who said, while we have tremendous admiration and respect for our number one ally, the United States, we do have to ensure that we don't enter into any agreements that would inhibit or harm Israel or the IDF's ability to defend itself and respond to threats in the region. So those are the top stories making headlines today. We hope that we'll have some positive news tomorrow with some kind of agreement on a government. As Ben-Gurion, who was the first Prime Minister of Israel, famously said, in Israel we have to be realists and believe in miracles. Well, this is our miracle that we're believing in. In the meantime, while you wait for a government to be formed, don't forget you can check out our content online at www.layoftheland.online. That's www.layoftheland.online. You can read an article written by me about rising anti-Semitism, where I take a look at, amongst many things, social media and some of the comments made by Sacha Baron Cohen against Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Also, if you miss it on our website, don't forget it'll be on our Facebook page along with this very Israel brief. Look for us at Lottle site, like us, or follow us, or just do both. Don't forget to invite your friends to do the same. We look a little something like this. And we have a YouTube channel, very, very important in making sure that we get Israel's narrative out to the world, and you can assist us by subscribing and sharing with your friends, and you'll be notified every time we post an Israel Brief. So until we chat again tomorrow, I'm Rolene Marks with the Israel Brief. We'll chat tomorrow.